Hi, Leo. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your May 2022 love reading. Thanks to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is I'll look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Tarot of the New Vision. Also, keep in mind it's a general reading, so while I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's, if you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Five of Cups. So, this is Scorpio energy here, definitely represents an energy of disappointment. We see there's two cups that are standing, and it's almost like he has his face blocked off from that side, and he's just more focused on the three spilled cups. So this could just be saying that you guys might have gone through a disappointment that you were processing in the past, and because of that, you might not have even really been thinking about the potential for romance with this person. But I don't feel like you were necessarily fully turned away from them. Maybe just more you were hoping for them to show up in more of a friendship level in the past as you were processing this disappointment. Could have been another connection you were in, could have been a career thing, but that's what I'm seeing with that. Alright. Past energy on their side, we have the Four of Swords. So Libra energy here, and this shows that they were going through their own healing process as well. So of course, if you have two people who were coming in with that energy, there might have been a bit of a feeling of a lack of support between the two of you, but it's kind of what I'm picking up on there. Now, for the majority of you, I don't feel like these two things were related. I feel like in the past, you guys were just both going through your own things, processing your own things. For a small percentage of you, it could be related, but yeah, for the majority of you, I feel like these are separate things. All right, in the present position on your side, we have the Prince of Cups. So this is Pisces energy here, and I feel like this is saying that for a lot of you now, you are more open to the idea of intimacy for sure. Whatever this disappointment is that you had been processing, it looks like you're coming out of energy now with a lot more optimism and a desire to come forward toward the connection. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Hermit, Virgo energy, and Two of Wands, Aries energy. So looking at these two cards here, especially if we take the body language into consideration, how their backs are turned to the cards on this side, I feel like this is saying that they're focused on the potential for new opportunity. Now, for the majority of you, I feel like this is saying that it's more of a finance-related thing, though. Rather than another connection. But yeah, that's primarily what I'm seeing there. It looks like they might have a new opportunity that might actually physically move them away as well. So that could create, in the past, it seems like there was more of an emotional distance. Now, in the present, it looks like there might actually be a physical distance between the two of you. That's what I'm seeing with that. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Six of Arrows. So this represents an energy of healing. This is an Aquarius energy here, which for you guys is your opposite sign of partnerships and relationships. So for some of you, this could definitely represent healing around relationships. And just taking that time to process it. So the thing is, too, the boat is also moving somewhat toward their direction. So I don't necessarily feel like the connection would be over between the two of you. Like I said, it could just be a timing thing where in the past you guys were both going through something. Like I said, for the majority of you, I feel like they were unrelated issues. You seem to be open in the present. They seem to have their mind on something totally different. And in the future, we see an energy of you guys healing when it comes to relationships. But whether or not it'll be with them, we'll see. But I will say the future energy on their side, we have the Six of Wands. So this is an energy of victory. And then if we look at the body language there now, right, they're actually moving in this direction. So yeah, it could just be one of those things. Like I said, they might have an opportunity that might pull them away from the connection. It looks like that will bring them some level of success, though. And then maybe if this is even a timeline that this is pointing to, could just be saying that when we get into Leo season is when they'd actually be coming back around. And possibly even close to when we have that Aquarius full moon during Leo season too. So could be one of those things where it could be a temporary separation between the two of you because they might have other goals that they're pursuing, but it does look like they would come back. All right. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have Sacrifice. So um, this is the equivalent of the Hangman, and I usually view that as Pisces energy. So yeah, for some of you, that could be where you might feel like you're at right now, right? Because like I said, for the majority of you, it looks like this person would be pulling away to pursue some other goals at the time being. So you might feel like that's a bit of a sacrifice for your needs, right? Where you're like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do in the meantime, right? So some of you might be considering, do you want to wait it out, or do you want to possibly pursue other options? But yeah, for a lot of you, I feel like this is saying that you actually will make that sacrifice and actually will give them the time to go through what they're going through. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Knight of Chalices. So this is the Knight of Cups. Same energy that you guys have in the present, actually. So yeah, to me, it looks like there is a reciprocation of feelings there, but like I said, it looks like they just might get pulled away for something that's more career related, and with time, they will come back around. So yeah, even if this is one of those things where, let's say if they do have to move away, I feel like it'd be more of a temporary thing, maybe for a few months or something like that. I'm not really necessarily feeling like it would be a permanent move. It could just be one of those business opportunities that would take them away for a bit, but to me, at the very least, it shows that they do have a mutual desire to build on the connection as well. All right, moving on to the Oracle cards for us to see what we get from the Aqua Moonlight deck here. I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording, and what I'm going to be looking for with this deck is unspoken messages from you to them and then from them to you. And initially, I'll look for jumpers, but if I shuffle for a while and I don't have anything coming up, I'll actually just put the deck down and we'll pull a card that way, but we'll see what we get. All right, and this one doesn't want to go back in the deck. And next, we'll see what we get from them to you. Oh, that was fast. Already got one there. Didn't want to go back. So let's see on your side. Okay, we have in the very near future. So yeah, timeline-wise, like I said, this doesn't necessarily feel like this would fully be resolved this month. Like I said, for some of you, might be as we get closer to Leo season. So into July, basically. Well, let's see what it says on their side. Okay, it says selfish. It says, I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give you the same in return. Interesting there, right? So for some of you, now I could certainly see 100% how that would fit in the past, right? Because like I said, it looks like they were healing. So for some of you, I thought that you also was going through a healing process, but I suppose that could be the way that it might have played out for some of you, where you may have been pouring energy into them in the past, and because they were still going through their own thing healing, they couldn't really reciprocate at that time. As far as selfish in the present, I don't necessarily view it like they're intentionally being selfish in the present. It just looks like they have another opportunity that's pulling them away. So yeah, at least for the time being, I could see where possibly they're in that mode right now. But given the two cards I see in the outcome, and that they're moving toward the cards on your side, it looks like they will come out of that. But like I said, for some of you, that might be closer to Leo season, so it might require some patience. All right, and lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffle this one as well, but here we're just looking for one card with general advice to wrap the reading up with. All right, almost have one there. And this one doesn't want to go back in the deck. Sorry, I think I hit the camera there. But yeah, let's see. You guys have chopped wood. There's the artwork, and the number's 42. So yeah, just that message alone, that phrase makes me think of, it could just be saying that in the meantime, you might actually just have to focus on other areas of life because, like I said, it looks like they're getting pulled away. So, but we'll see if the actual messages in the book align with that or not. That was definitely the first thing that came to mind, where it's saying, okay, well, in the meantime, you might need to put more focus on other areas, assuming you do want to work this out. All right, under essential meanings, it says being grounded in everyday experience, humility. The Oracle's message. There are times when a big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which bring you ever closer to what you seek. So, pretty positive message there. And yeah, like I said, in a way that kind of seemed to support what I felt there, which was that it could just be saying you might need to focus your attention elsewhere in the meantime, knowing that this will come back around. The relationship message says nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple, just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. So yeah, the part where it says all is well, really, and the relationship going through lulls when everyday tasks are at the center of awareness, both of those things kind of lead me to believe that what I was seeing there is this story where basically they're going to get pulled away for other things, won't really necessarily be able to put in a lot of energy toward the connection. But in the future, once they have that wrapped up and they have the success there, they'll be able to come back in and reciprocate toward you. So, hope whatever resonated with you guys will wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.